Hello friends, it's me, Shin, and today I'm coming to you from the Cosmopolitan Las Vegas, where we're checking out their poolside Overlook Grill. Super happy to have you along. Let's head inside. Alright everyone, and here we are seated at the Overlook Grill. A beautiful open-air restaurant with very high ceilings, very inviting with bright tones and colors, with a fabulous view of the Cosmopolitan pool. I actually really like it in here, such a great vibe. However, regardless of the vibes, you know it's all about the food for me, so let's take a look at what they have to eat on the menu. Alrighty, so here is your menu at the Overlook Grill, starting with the healthy starts. Looks like a lot of really fresh items here. Here are your shareables or the appetizers. Wow, you can add king crab to their guacamole. Should I do that? I might do that. Alright, here are your breakfast specialties. They are open for breakfast and lunch only. I don't believe they have a dinner menu here. That all looks really good. And then breakfast on the side. These are all the sides you can add. Very nice. Here are your favorites. These look a little bit more like your lunch items here. That all looks really good. And salads and bowls here as well. Looks like you got some, a tuna poke bowl there as well. And your side items for the lunch. Let's take a quick look at the opposite side. Okay, we've got beverages here. You can go bottomless if you would like for a 1.5 hour time limit. And feel free to take a pause in this video if you'd like to take a closer look at these drinks. Here are your specialty cocktails. They also have a coffee bar here. Bottles and cans with some wine. And your soft drinks as well as your alcohol-free. And there's your menu at the Overlook Grill. Now that's a pretty elevated menu for a poolside restaurant. I'm certainly looking forward to trying a lot today because you know how it goes in my videos. Every restaurant is a buffet if you're willing to pay. So we're going to get a nice variety and together we'll see what this place is all about. Appetizers are coming up first and I'll see you in a little bit when they arrive. And welcome back everyone, my appetizers just got here. This is looking great, let me give you a view. I got a piece of their caprese bruschetta as well as their crispy pizza pocket, their Korean fried cauliflower as well as their guacamole, which is prepared tableside, topped with Alaskan king crab. Wasn't exactly expecting to eat like this next to a pool, but it's looking really good, let's give it a try. First up, we're trying the pepperoni pizza pocket. Now these are pizza filling empanadas, served along with ranch dressing, and it feels super crispy in my hands. Let's give it a taste. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Such a crispy, flaky empanada skin here. A nice, delectable crunch to that. I like that a lot. But I also appreciate that it's not all that greasy. There's a wonderful cook to this. The filling is pretty good here. You have nice salty pepperoni with a very gooey and rich cheese and a very light tomato sauce providing a bit of sweetness. It is actually quite good. I'm a fan. This is a good pizza pocket. Next up, this is the Korean fried cauliflower. There's a very nice color of this, and it's served along with julienne Korean pears. Let's give it a shot. Wow, that's actually really tasty. Now the cauliflower is battered and fried, and I gotta say this batter is so light and so airy. I love the texture. You certainly get a little bit more of a firm chew toward the center into the cauliflower, and I do like the dichotomy there. I do really like this Korean-inspired sauce. It's a gochujang base, providing a lot of spicy garlicky flavor, but also rounded out with a fair amount of sugar, providing a sweetness that's mellowing out a lot of that heat. A little bit of sesame here is providing some nuttiness, and the natural sweetness of that Korean pear goes so well with that sauce. I will say there's a bit of a salty aftertaste, but it's not too much of a detractor. This is actually quite good. I like this appetizer a lot. Next up, this is the bruschetta. A caprese bruschetta here with really fresh looking toppings on top. Let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that's quite good. A nice crostini bread here. It's been well toasted, has a nice crunch with a dense center. A good bruschetta needs good bread, and so we're off to a good start. The mozzarella on top of this bruschetta is really great. Super creamy, very rich, a little bit mild in flavor. It's actually a bit of a refreshing cheese. The pesto that's applied provides a lot of nice floral flavors, a really nice brightness from that basil, as well as an additional garlicky hit. The tomato on top was very fresh, and the sun-dried tomatoes here provide an additional robust flavor. This is very good, it's a solid bruschetta. Alright everyone, now the last appetizer I'm trying today is a tableside guacamole. Now you do have the option of adding Alaskan king crab to the guacamole, which I've never had before, and so you know I had to give it a try. I love the recipe that they have here. It's pretty similar to what I make at home, although I've never actually put king crab legs in here. But I have a pretty good idea of how this is going to taste. Let's give it a shot. That is so good. A truly excellent guacamole here. You have all the right ingredients in the right ratios. It's very tasty. A nice creamy richness coming from those avocados, smashed perfectly. While it's smooth, there's still a bit of texture to it. A nice freshness from the tomatoes and bite from the onions in here, as well as the right amount of jalapeno providing spice. Very well seasoned, no bland guacamole here, and they've also added a wonderful amount of lime juice providing acidity and brightness. It is a very good guacamole. Now, while the guacamole was perfect for me on the first attempt, they do suggest that you try some before they pull the ingredients away, in the event that you would like to add any additional portions of any of the ingredients in that guacamole for you. Now, I doubt that that applies to the king crab, because if it doesn't, I would add just mountains of it into this guacamole because it is so good in here. A beautifully robust sweetness coming from that king crab leg. That king crab leg has such a beautiful briny sweet flavor. It just elevates this guacamole into a whole new dimension. I'm not sure if this just ruined me because I might have to start adding king crab to my own guacamole at home. I like this quite a bit. I might have just made a little bit of a discovery for myself here. Alright everyone, now that does it for all the appetizers I'm trying today. I'm going to continue going in on this and then we'll go in on our first round of entrees. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. Welcome back everyone. Now the first round of entrees just got here and this is looking great. Let me give you a view. I got their French toast as well as some chilaquiles, their eggs benedict as well as their breakfast fajita burrito. This is all looking so good. Let's give it a try. First up, we're going in on the eggs benedict, a classic breakfast staple and looking good on the fork. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's great. This is about as textbook of an eggs benny I've had in a long time. Every element seems good and well executed. A nice toasty English muffin here, though it is a bit thin and it's getting a little bit soggy under the weight of all of these additional toppings. A nice salty ham with a great pan fry provides a savory element here. And this egg yolk is so perfectly runny. Excellently poached egg, perfect timing. The hollandaise sauce is incredibly rich with a little bit of tang providing additional flavors. And you get just a little bit of bite from the chives on top. Textbook example of an eggs benedict, this is solid. Now served along with the eggs benedict are these breakfast potatoes. Let's give them a shot. Oh yeah, those are just fine. Very nice breakfast potatoes here. Super crispy exterior with a light pillowy center. Solid cook on these. They are well seasoned, no bland potatoes here. Just a little hint of smokiness. And those peppers and onions are providing a very nice caramelized sweetness and heat as well. Textbook potatoes and textbook eggs benny. Solid dish here. Next up, this is the cinnamon roll French toast. A really nice looking frosting on this. Let's see how it is. You know, I've got some mixed feelings on this one. Now the flavors here are incredible. I love this cream cheese frosting on top. It's rich and sweet, and it has a distinct, almost caramel-like flavor. Actually, I want to say that's maple. I suppose that makes sense. I certainly like having maple syrup on my French toast, and so I was wondering why those flavors were working so well. It's clicking a lot now. There is a nice toast on the exterior of this bread, giving a little bit of a crispy texture, and it's very rich from the amount of butter it was fried in. Unfortunately, the center of the cinnamon roll French toast is very dense and not all that moist. It just leaves something to be desired. You do have a nice woodsy sweetness from the cinnamon sugar here. However, I'm a big texture guy and I really want my cinnamon roll and my French toast to be much more fluffy and much more airy. That's a shame. I actually really like the flavors here. I wish that French toast was a little better textured for me. Alrighty, next up we're trying the chilaquiles. I am a huge fan of chilaquiles. If it's available for breakfast, it's oftentimes one of my go-to options. Let's see how it is here at the Overlook Grill. Yeah, you know what, that's not bad. Now this is a vegan recipe for chilaquiles, and it is quite good. The tofu scramble substitute for the eggs here, while crumbly and not exactly rich, does provide a similar function. It does work here. A very nice earthiness from the refried beans, and it is topped with a very good chilaquile sauce. A little bit smoky in flavor from the roasted peppers that have been pureed into it, with a nice natural sweetness from the tomato blend, and it's well seasoned. A good sauce there. You do get a rich creaminess from the avocados here. Now, while I would personally prefer a nice runny yolk over all of this, I do think that the tofu scramble substitute actually works pretty well. Not a bad chilaquile here. Okie doke, last bite I'm trying from this first round of entrees is going to be the breakfast fajita burrito. Pretty good looking breakfast burrito here. Let's give it a try. Yeah, you know what, pretty good. A nice pliable tortilla here with a good grill on it, holding the burrito together very well. We're at least off to a good start. The fajita vegetables in here are absolutely the most robust flavor you get. A nice smoky caramelized sweetness, as well as just a little bit of heat from those peppers. Classic fajita flavors, certainly making themselves known in this burrito. I think the Spanish rice in the burrito is okay. It does have a nice soft texture, however, I would say the flavors are a bit muted. Typically my Spanish seasoned rice has a lot more flavor, a little bit more seasoning. There's just a very light hint of tomato on the rice here. A little bit of freshness coming from the pico de gallo, and the scrambled eggs provide a nice richness to the bite. Unfortunately, the fajita beef is a tad dry, though it does have some good savory flavors. I'd actually say that my biggest issue with the beef is that there's just not a lot of it in this burrito. The majority of this burrito seems to be rice and eggs. I think I would appreciate maybe 300% more beef here. While not bad flavors, I don't know if I would get this one again. Alright everyone, now that's my first round of entrees. I'm going to continue working on this and then we'll get some boxes to take it to go because I've got another round of food coming. Don't go anywhere, I'll be right back. And welcome back everyone. My second round of entrees just got here. This is looking great. Let me give you a view. I got their signature shrimp tacos as well as a beef tenderloin sandwich, their mojo chicken bowl, and a big eye tuna poke bowl. Now this is all looking really great. Let's give it a try. First up, the beef tenderloin sandwich. Nice looking beef tenderloin sandwich here and super soft bread. Let's see how it is. Oh yeah, that's really good. Such a soft sandwich roll here, airy as a cloud. It's wonderfully light. The beef tenderloin was quite good. It was tender and juicy, well seasoned, a good piece of beef in this sandwich. You get a nice peppery flavor from the arugula here, and a garlicky richness from the aioli here that's also got a nice amount of black pepper in it. There's also something a bit like a horseradish cream providing a little bit of kick, and crispy fried onion bits provide a little bit of additional texture, as well as a savory sweetness. This is a very good tenderloin sandwich. I do like this one. Now the beef tenderloin sandwich is served alongside some french fries. These look pretty good. Let's give them a shot. Oh yeah, those are good. Hand-cut potato fries here, well seasoned with a good crispy exterior and a soft pillowy center. Skin on for a little bit of a rustic feel, and it's certainly going to complement any kind of sandwich very well. Not bad, solid french fries here. Next up, the signature shrimp tacos. Now they're employing a double-decker method here, one of my favorite tacos from Taco Bell. I'm looking forward to this. Let's give it a shot. Oh yeah, that's very good. I love the double-decker method for tacos. Not only does it keep that hard taco shell intact for you, but you're able to layer additional flavors between the two tortillas. And in this case, they've used a spicy chipotle mayonnaise, providing a little bit of heat as well as a creamy richness. It's a good sauce, I like that in there. Really great shrimp in this taco. It's succulent and plump and has a lot of sweet flavor. It does, however, have a smoky seasoning blend on it, providing additional flavors. The fresh lettuce blend is not only well seasoned, but provides a nice crunch to the bite as well. This is very tasty. I like this taco quite a bit. Alrighty, next up, this is the mojo chicken bowl. Served deconstructed, but you can go in and mix it up for yourself. And I've got a nice fork full here. Let's see how this is. Yeah, you know what, not bad. Some pretty good flavors in this bowl, albeit a little bit straightforward and simple, I would say. There's a nice cook to this rice. It's not too sticky or gummy, and it's not dry by any means. A solid chew to that rice. A nice earthiness from the soft black beans here. Some nice sweetness coming from the caramelized onions, as well as an additional smoky sweetness coming from the peppers. I'd say the chicken is okay. It's not exactly dry, but it could certainly be more moist. It's a decent cook on the chicken. The chicken has a nice smoky flavor to it, but there's a little bit of a tang on the backside. I'm not sure if that's working well for me in this bowl. Maybe because the bowl doesn't have anything that's too savory, I was expecting a bit more of a savory element from the chicken. It's not that it's bad, I think my brain was just anticipating a different flavor profile. There are some plantain tostones in here, a nice crispy fry to that plantain, with a little bit more of an earthier sweetness, and a seasoning blend that's curving toward the more savory side. You know what, it's not bad. I don't think this is my favorite dish of the day though. Alright everyone, now the last bite I'm trying for my brunch today is gonna be their poke bowl. It's served to you deconstructed, so you mix it up yourself. And I've got every element on my chopsticks here. Let's see how it is. Yeah, not bad. A nice firm and fresh tuna here. It has a very deep concentrated flavor. They've certainly handled that poke tuna well. There's a nice sesame oil dressing on top, providing some nuttiness to that fish, as well as a little bit of spicy furikage seasoning, providing a bit of kick. Can't have a good poke bowl without good fish, at least that's solid here. The seaweed salad is soft, nice and briny, good flavors there. And the avocados are providing a nice richness to the bite, very creamy in texture, that's also good. The edamame are providing their nice earthy flavors here, and you get a little bit of kick from the ginger as well. I guess my two chief complaints with this bowl currently are the rice and the sauce. Unfortunately, the rice is a little bit hard and dried out. The texture definitely leaves something to be desired. I want to say the sauce is effectively just soy sauce and mirin. While it's not bad, it's definitely straightforward. I think a little bit of additional sugar and some sesame oil in that sauce could really help. And I don't know if the avocado is doing enough. I would certainly prefer to have an additional creamier element in here. It's certainly not the best poke bowl I've ever had, but it's not the worst either. Fairly middle of the road here. Alright everyone, now that does it for all the food today. I'm going to go and continue working on this and pack up a lot of it to go because I'm starting to get really full, but we'll do a little bit of dessert next. Don't go anywhere, sweets are coming up. Welcome back everyone, now it's time for some dessert and I just got their berry recovery smoothie. This is looking pretty good. Let's give it a try. Very healthy tasting. A lot of great fruit flavors in here. I definitely get the sweetness of the apple and the banana, as well as the strawberries. Not a lot of added sugar in here. It's not all that sweet. I actually appreciate that. This is a water-based smoothie. I don't believe there's any dairy in here, and so it's not exactly creamy in texture, but certainly very light. I imagine after some sun and some water, this would actually be super refreshing. It's a good one. Alright everyone, now that does it for my brunch here at the Overlook Grill. My brunch came out to $265 today before tip, and I certainly enjoyed my meal. Hands down, my favorite dish of the day was actually the tableside guacamole with the king crab. That might have ruined guacamole for me. I don't know if I'm going to be making that at home without king crab anymore. A textbook Eggs Benedict here. They should just put a picture of that in the dictionary. It was perfect. And I was also a huge fan of the shrimp tacos today. If you're staying at the Cosmopolitan and you're looking for some poolside eats, I think you've got some really great options here at the Overlook Grill. Now I gotta tell you all, I'm really happy that even by my second poolside restaurant visit, things are already looking much more elevated and really great. Hopefully the trend continues into the following weeks. Now that's going to do it for this Saturday video where I check out a touristy spot here on the Las Vegas Strip. Coming this Tuesday, I'm going to be looking at another local restaurant here in the Valley. Make sure you come back for that one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I hope you enjoyed Vegas with me, Shin. Bye.